make your petition. Make your petition. Okay? Look at what Jesus said in John chapter 14, verses 13 to 14. Okay? This is what Jesus said. I will do whatever you ask in my name, so that the Father may be glorified in the Son. You may ask me for what? Anything. God's not going to reprimand you for asking something that you think that you shouldn't ask. Because guess what? Jesus himself said, ask for anything. Just have a conversation with him. He's your dad, right? He's your father, right? And I will do it. All right. Now, this is not this is not to say, Lord, I'm planning to rob Bank of America today, and Lord, help me to at least get, a $3 million today. No, 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 no. He said, what? Whatever you ask in my name, right? And then he said again, anything, again, he said, in my name. What is his name? Jesus Christ, Christ. It has to be in his name. Why? He is the king of a government. It needs to be within the standards of his kingdom government, right? So, just like the United States, right? You cannot ask for things outside of the law, right? And expect to get it. Same thing in the government. God's kingdom government has laws. And so when you ask for it, it needs to be aligned with the culture of the kingdom. Does that make sense? Right? So even if it's finances, even down to you know you know clothes or even cars or whatever, if it helps his purpose to fulfill in your life, then he'll give it to you, right? And so he said he will do it, but it has to be in his name, right? It has to be within the confines of his kingdom government, right? So there's your guarantee. It's straight from Jesus Christ himself that he will do anything in your name. I mean, in his name, as that you asked. So what can you ask for? You can ask for anything you want, and he will grant you everything that you need that is according to his kingdom. So, what's the attitude that you need to ask? Have to ask? You need to have an attitude of boldness and courage, right? He respects that. He does not respect weakness, right? He does not respect fearfulness or faithlessness, right? We've heard of this term, what is it? Strength. I'll try to remember it again. So we need to make sure that we are asking for things from a position of victory, meaning we already know Christ finished those works, right? We already know that, what we need is already ours in heaven. Now it's to bring it down from heaven to earth to us, right? So we're going in that boldness, knowing that it's already supplied. When our children are hungry, and they're experiencing that bit of suffering, guess what? Do they beg and plead to go to the fridge? No, they don't. They don't even need to ask. They just go boldly to the fridge. They just go boldly to the pantry, right? And get what they need. Okay. So where do you go to ask? You go to the throne. Where's the throne at? In the kingdom, right? There's a location for it. So find the kingdom, go directly to the throne, and petition or ask for anything boldly, right? Does that make sense? Okay, so we're on the spiritual level here. Okay, now does the Bible ever say never ask to help with your finances? It doesn't. Then why is it that we hear from the religious world that they keep preaching about everything else, right? And they tell you to ask for anything, but when it comes to finances, oh yeah, you got to stop right there. That's so selfish, right? You know, that type of preaching is not biblical. They are allowing their own mammon thinking to block you from your blessing. Okay? Just because they think selfishly, don't impose that on us, right? Because we are not asking about financial blessing so that we could, be ambitious and buy a lot of stuff for ourselves, right? This is about, at the end of the day, to change the world. So when you ask, scripture says that he does anything you ask in his name. Anything means any and everything you can think of, right? In his name. So don't be shy and wonder, should I ask this? I don't know. No, God says, just come to the throne. Talk to me about anything. He wants to have a relationship with you.